the imminent arrival of Japanese Prime Minister Takaichi Sanae in Delhi for a 3-day visit. This will be for the 16th India-Japan bilateral summit. At the top, she'll be meeting Prime Minister Modi as well. Apart from having other engagements, business engagements, huge business delegation also coming along with her to India to advance ties, the whole gamut of ties between the two countries, which have been partners for almost 75 years, now completing 75 years by 2027. We have Ambassador C. Rajshekhar joining us. He's a former senior diplomat. Ambassador Rajshekhar, what do you make of this visit in terms of this is being the maiden visit of Prime Minister Takaichi after she assumed office, and a lot of recent developments, not just in the Gulf, which have occupied the attention of both the leaders, Prime Minister Modi and Prime Minister Takaichi, as well as how the American perspective on the Indo-Pacific seems to have changed.
Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure. This is a very important visit between India and Japan. I have been a Japanese speaker and I've done 2 stints in Tokyo and one as Director East Asia. And the second time it was very interesting that post-Pokhran, the relations between India and Japan nosedived. So it's very historic, I can tell you, the 75th anniversary of diplomatic relations between India and Japan that Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi, madam, soon after her assumption of office, she is able to visit to continue this tradition of annual summits, alternate capitals post. Last year, 2025, August, Prime Minister Modi ji was there in Tokyo, and it resulted in a very substantial exchange of views and also to prepare the action plan for the next decade. Or there was a joint statement on enhancing mutual economic security. And today you have captured the spirit very well, that very many things are animating our two leaders. Japanese Prime Minister, ours also, you mentioned about energy security, West Asia developments. Yes, this is one. But equally important is President Trump, who is very important, US relations for Japan and India. It will be very useful to exchange notes how they have managed to harmonize soft land relations with US after President Trump has unleashed his tariff policy and various other demands. And also, we have another common neighbor that we need to discuss, China. I have interesting experience of also writing a paper, 6 months research on Japan-China relations. Japan-China, when I wrote in 1993, it looked very hunky-dory, all rosy. Japanese investment was going by, leaps and bounds to China as an opportunity. But at that time also I cautioned that there are underlying structural, issues between Japan and China that China perceives that Japan is the only country, only power to gobble up whole of China. So we all know Nanjing massacre of 1930s. So that was only one symptom. Otherwise, Japan, in the quest for colonizing, for sourcing raw materials and market development in colonies, it was aiming to gobble up the whole of China. So today you see that thing. If you see last November 2025, Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi's statement that if China takes any drastic, any conflicting stance, then that would threaten not only Taiwan, but also the security of
but
Japan.
Ambassador Rajshekhar, doesn't, India's ties with Japan, the way they are, the kind of cooperation Japan has had with India, not just in terms of development, but also investments and even trade for that matter, and now going into newer areas of technology as well. Don't they really demonstrate sufficiently that today's Japan is very different from imperial Japan?
Of course, I'm only giving you the historical evolution, but certainly today, as we speak, as we take stock of Japan and India, there is perfect mutual complementarity, both on economic dimension and also in security dimension. Economic, Japan is a shrinking and aging population demographically, and they are becoming, older, older population to support. So among the various understandings that we have reached, also that we have reached last time, that 5 lakh people from India over the next 5 years, mobility to work in Japan in various sectors will be facilitated by the two governments. So there are very many opportunities. Japan is surplus on capital, technology, developmental experience, and also global economic understanding. And India is now heading towards ambitiously Vikasit Bharat, takeoff of Indian economy. So we can do much by working together. Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi is accompanied by Pura Pachas, 50 strong business leaders of industry and commerce, including Chairman Suzuki of Suzuki Motors and Itochu leaders. And they'll be discussing the opportunities in economic cooperation, synergy, beginning with AI in chips, in critical minerals, rare earths, how to not to be unduly dependent on one country. So this is a common cause for both Japan and India, and also on high speed Shinkansen bullet train and metro rail and industrial corridors. All these things, Japan and India can do much together for win-win for the mutual advantage.
Right. Now, India and Japan have extensive relations where trade is concerned. It's almost $28 billion now between the two countries. There is, if you could tell us about the past as well, has there been any talk of doing rupee yen, reciprocal trade at some point? And is there something that that could be looked upon to make progress in this particular visit as well?
Yes, when I said we are in identical situation, we are in the same boat, that we have two major powers in the form of US and China that we need to survive. So Japan, I would say personally that Japan has done amazingly well in managing its economic partnership with China and security alliance and stationing American troops in the US. So we can exchange notes and see how we can learn something and do better in this aspect.
Right. Well, let's hope that more progress is made in India-Japan ties in every front. Already such strong partnerships, but to really mark those 75 years of diplomatic relations, we hear of some big ticket developments this time around as well. Thank you so much for joining us for the moment, Ambassador Rajshekhar.